if you're an international student trying to study in the US, then your biggest problem is probably going to be tuition. And unlike American students, you don't automatically qualify for in-state tuition or even financial aid. But I want to give you some good news, because in this video, I'm going to show you some of the most affordable states in the United States. In fact, I'm going to show you 5 of the most affordable states where basically international students on average pay the least amount of money. And I'll also show you how to find like hidden tuition hacks that can save you thousands of dollars. Now, a little bit about me. I'm actually William, and I came from South Africa to the US in 2013. I actually started out at a community college, then I eventually went on to get my master's degree at the University of Pennsylvania. Now, I've spent years helping students just like you figure out how to do this whole thing smarter and of course cheaper. So without further ado, let's actually just dive right in. So here's what most people don't realize. Public universities in the United States are funded by each state and not by the national government. So each state actually decides how much to charge their international students. Now, some states treat international students like cash machines, while other states are very surprisingly generous and offer lower tuition and also give scholarships to non-citizens, which include international students. So let's actually count down the most affordable states where international students pay less on average for their tuition. So number 5 is actually New Mexico. Now the average international tuition there is like $13,000 to $17,000 per year. And New Mexico has schools like the New Mexico State University, which offer, lower base tuition. They also offer scholarships specifically for international students. And plus also their cost of living is super low compared to other states. Now, I'll be honest, New Mexico is a very underrated state. But if you want affordable education and a beautiful desert landscape, then New Mexico is worth a look. It's definitely underrated. Number 4, North Dakota. Now, North Dakota, the average international tuition is like $12,000 to $15,000 per year. And I agree, it's cold, but it's also crazy affordable. There are schools there like North Dakota State University and the University of North Dakota, where they offer in-state tuition rates to Canadian and some international students. And they also have some automatic merit-based scholarships. And they are also growing in STEM and engineering programs, so they have pretty great schools. Now, for international students who want affordability and a strong degree, North Dakota is actually a hidden gem. Not many people go there, so you will have a great chance at getting in and also getting a scholarship. Now, number 3 is actually Texas, but you kind of need a hack here. Now, the average international tuition rate here is $17,000 to $23,000 per year, but it depends if you do this hack. Now, the hack is to firstly start at a community college, then you're going to join Phi Theta Kappa, and then you're going to transfer. Now, why this works is because Texas law allows international students to get in-state tuition if they earn a scholarship, even if it's just a $1,000 scholarship. Now, Phi Theta Kappa actually guarantees scholarships to many Texas universities. And basically, what that means is that you could save over $10,000 a year by just, moving smarter and going to community college first, and then to university in Texas. Now, I did a whole video on this, and it's one of the most powerful tuition hacks for international students. So I'm going to list it up here so you know exactly how to do it. Now, state number 2 is actually Florida, where the average international tuition is $14,000 to $18,000 per year. And Florida is very international student friendly. And you'll find that especially at like Florida International University or even the University of Central Florida. These schools actually offer many scholarships to international students. And also the cost of living can be low if you avoid like the tourist heavy cities. And also the weather is paradise. So if you want paradise, if you want great weather, then Florida is for you. Oh, one other thing is there's a very strong Latino, Caribbean, and African student community in Florida, which makes it very, very welcoming. Now, the number 1 state to go to if you want cheap tuition, is Wyoming, where the average tuition is from $11,000 to $14,000 per year. And this is the cheapest in the country, and by no exaggeration. There are schools like the University of Wyoming, which offer, some of the lowest tuition for international students. They also have high quality education in like engineering, energy, and business, and also offer scholarships and low competition for those scholarships, right? Yes, Wyoming is rural, but if you want an American degree with minimal debt, then this is your move. Wyoming is a great place to go if you want to save money. Now, I'm gonna throw you guys a bonus. How to pay less no matter where you go, right? So no matter which state you go to, here are 3 tuition hacks every international student should just know in order to, benefit from paying lower tuition. And what I'm going to say is the first hack is start at a community college. This is a 2 years of cheap tuition and then you transfer, right? It's going to save you a ton of money. Again, I made a video on this. But after you start there, join Phi Theta Kappa, because it opens doors to scholarships for even non-citizens, or should I say international students. So look for in-state tuition for international students and try and Google that with different colleges to see if they offer in-state tuition for international students, because this will save you a lot of money. But again, just to recap on everything, Wyoming is going to be your cheapest option if you want the best tuition. Florida, there's very big schools over there. There's great international student support. In Texas is going to be the next one, where if you use this scholarship hack that I told you guys about for in-state tuition, then you'll be fine. Of course, the next one will be North Dakota because of the low tuition, but it's very cold there. And then New Mexico, again, low tuition. And if you like desert, then New Mexico is for you. But basically, these are the 5 states where you can get the lowest tuition as an international student. And of course, it's going to change as time goes by, but it's still going to allow you to start thinking about how you as an international student can pay less in tuition. So the goal here is not just to study harder, but to study smarter, right? Your US education doesn't have to cost a fortune, and I've made a couple of videos now to show you how you could decrease the cost of actually studying in America. Now I'm going to put some tags up here so that you guys can actually see some of those other videos, as it will definitely help you out when it comes to trying to figure out how you're going to be paying for your college and university in America. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then definitely like and subscribe, as that lets me know that these are the type of videos that you want to see. And also leave a comment down below, detailing which state you're thinking about studying in and why. It'll definitely be interesting, as your insights will help other international students figure out where they want to study. So definitely leave a comment down below. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.